Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tomato Blues Kitchen. If you've been following me this last week, this whole week on my channel has been about breakfast recipes. Today it's about one more breakfast recipe using millet. Today we are going to make Samai Adai or Little Millet Lentil Crepes. So come on, let's get started making this healthy, wholesome and delicious recipe. To begin with, let us soak the ingredients necessary for the batter. I've taken 1 cup of raw rice, that is Sona Masuri. Along with this, we are going to add 1.5 cups of samai, that is called as little millet in English. Now, along with this, we will be adding 1/4 cup of green mung beans, 1/4 cup of whole black urad dal, 1/4 cup of horse gram, which is called as kollu or kulit or uluvalu in Telugu. We'll be adding 1/4 cup of tur dal, and we'll also be adding 1/4 cup of chana dal. Like you can see, along with the millet, this recipe also has a lot of protein sources, so it is a great option for people who are looking for complex carbs and high protein diet. The next step is to soak the dal, millet and rice. I have washed it in running water till the water ran clear. Now I'm adding 10 to 12 dry red chilies. Again, you can adjust the number of chilies as per your spice requirements. Even green chilies work well for this recipe. Now after washing, we will add 6 cups of fresh water and let this soak for 6 hours. Millets have to soak for a long time for better digestion, and remember there's also a lot of protein in this recipe, so the soaking time is a little longer. Now let us see how it looks after 6 hours of soaking time. You can see that the chilies have plumped up, and even the dal, the millet and the rice has nicely softened up. Now let us drain all the water that we used for soaking, and let us proceed to grinding our batter. We are going to use a blender jar to grind our batter today, to which I have added the soaked dry red chilies, 2-inch piece of ginger which has been chopped roughly, and 6 garlic cloves which has been peeled and chopped. Now let us add half of the soaked millet and dal and rice to this, along with a generous pinch of hing or peringayam or asafoetida. Ginger, garlic, asafoetida will all help you solve the gas issues that usually come in high protein diets. Now let us add 3/4 cup of water, close the blender jar and blend this to a coarse paste. Let it not be very smooth, it has to be slightly grainy. Now let us proceed to grind a second batch of millet and dal. There are no ginger, garlic or dry red chilies added to this. Instead, it's just the soaked millet, dal and rice, to which I have added 3/4 of a cup water, and again let us grind it to a paste. If you can see, like I said, the paste has a slight grain to it and it's not completely smooth. Now let us combine both the batches of batter. Let us add salt to taste and let us give it a good mix. Today we are going to make this little millet adai using 2 vegetables, or I would say 2 different and unique vegetables. One is moringa leaves, which is quite common, many people are aware, and the next one, my friends, is an heirloom recipe in my family which was passed on to me by my husband's grandmother. Now I have divided the batter into 2 halves. In one half I am adding 1 cup of loosely packed moringa leaves which I have already cleaned and sorted. Now I've given it a good mix. Let us set this aside. Like I said, the next vegetable that we are going to be adding is banana blossom, which is also called as varepu. I'm also showing you how to clean varepu in this video. First, separate the florets from the banana blossom like this. If you can see, this is how the florets look. Dunk all of them in a bowl of water combined with buttermilk to prevent discoloring. Now I'll show you how to sort these banana blossoms. Open it up, and if you can see, you can find a thick stamen which has to be removed. This is what usually causes the bitterness in banana blossom, and once removed, the banana blossom tastes just awesome. So this is how I've prepped this varepu or banana blossom. I'm going to chop this finely, and then we are going to be adding 1 cup of this chopped varepu or banana blossom into the remaining batter. So this is my second portion of the divided batter, to which, like I said, I am adding 1 cup of finely chopped banana blossom. Now let us add a little bit of salt and adjust the batter. Once we have added the salt, let us give it a good mix, making sure that the varepu or the banana blossom is evenly distributed inside the batter. For those of you who are not aware, varepu is a fantastic vegetable for people suffering from PCOS, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So try to include this more frequently in your diet if you have this hormonal imbalance. Now to this we will add 2 tablespoons of finely chopped coriander leaves and again mix it well. Now let us make our little millet adai. First we will be making adai with moringa leaves, that is muringakirai. Heat a dosa pan and crank up the flame to medium and add a ladle of batter and spread it like how you would a normal dosa, but let this be a little thicker. Like I said, muringakirai needs no introduction on nutrition profile. It is dense in iron and it is a great source of nutrition for people who are suffering from anemia. Now let us cook this adai on low flame for 2 minutes by drizzling a teaspoon of cold pressed coconut oil around the edges. After 2 minutes, when you spot very little raw batter on the top, flip it and again add 1 teaspoon of cold pressed oil and cook on low flame for 1 to 1.5 minutes until the adai crisps up on both the sides. Now, if you can see, our muringakirai adai is ready. It looks beautiful, speckled with muringakirai here and there, and it tastes absolutely delicious. The next one is our varepu adai. This one is slightly different from the previous version. In this, we are not going to spread the batter in concentric circles, but we are going to tap it like how you can see in the video to make a thick circle. This is because the batter is a little lumpy with the strands of banana blossom here and there. Once you have spread the batter to a thick or a medium thick circle, lower the flame and cook for 2 minutes on low flame by drizzling a teaspoon of cold pressed coconut oil around the edges. Cold pressed coconut oil lends a beautiful flavor to your adai, so definitely try this, friends. You can see that the raw batter is slowly getting cooked, and if you slide a ladle under the adai, it will slide out very easily. So this is the right stage to flip out the adai. And now let us drizzle 1 teaspoon of cold pressed coconut oil and let us cook it on low flame for 1 minute again. Let us cook it till the adai crisps up on the edges by pressing it lightly here and there. Now let us flip, and if you can see, our varepu adai is golden and beautiful to be served with a blob of butter and chutney. Now friends, for more recipes, please visit tomatoblues.com. If you like this video, do not forget to comment, share and subscribe to our channel and press the bell button for regular video updates and recipe updates. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye-bye.